Recording my second video of my brand new Nissan Leaf. I showed the interior and exterior last time. I want to talk to you a little bit about buying it right now. It's now beginning of September 1st, 2015. I bought, like I said, I bought the top model, the SL, with a premium option, which has the Bose sound system and the reverse camera and the all-surround camera. It's really nice. All leather, everything you can imagine. Obviously they are going to bring a 30 kilowatt car soon, and they're trying to get rid of their inventory to make room for the larger battery one, which is a great time to buy a car. You don't know how many miles you don't need. You think you need a lot more than you do. Now, if you have long range traveling, obviously this is not a car for you. But if you are 20 miles each way plus errands like I'm doing now, just come out from the supermarket, you have plenty of range. You don't need as much as you think. So the list price, the MSRP is $37,500 with all the options. I live in New Jersey, so there's a $5,000 discount, so that's $32,500 plus the incentive from the federal exemption, which is $7,500. You get with your taxes next year. Plus, there's no sales tax in New Jersey, so it takes 7% off the sales tax. So it's really a great deal. It's about 25 grand for a car that is absolutely spectacular. It's really spectacular. It rides extremely well. I'm driving now in eco mode with the B. But if you take off the eco on the highway and you press this thing, it really flies. It really goes. You have plenty of power. It's a great value. I highly recommend to get it now. You can get really a great deal, and it's just a very nice family car for driving around. Now, there are two types of drivers and two types of drivers for this car. There is the people who live in the suburbs like me. I live about 40 miles away from New York City. And there is the people who live in the city. So if you live in the city, obviously you must rely on public charging or garages, because especially in New York City, where there is no, unless your building has a plug or a station, which some do and some don't. But if you like me and you live in the suburbs, you wake up in the morning and your car is fully charged and it's plenty enough for all your daily driving. Unless I go to the city, in which I do with my plug-in Fusion, I just charge it somewhere. It's not cheap charging it in certain garages. There's one on 42nd Street. It's not cheap. So for this car, if you can avoid public charging, which is sometimes unreliable or doesn't work, or somebody's taking it. It happened to me. With the Fusion, it's no big deal because there is a gasoline engine. But with this car, you want to charge at home and you want to plan your day so you don't have to rely on public charging, because even if you find one, and there are plenty in the area, it's still a 2 hour or 1 hour just to get something to come back home. You don't want to rely on it. You want to have enough. My wife drives it to work. She comes home with 20, 30, sometimes 40 miles back. Okay, and she has 20 miles each way, and she runs errands, so there's plenty of charge. So to me, this is a car. The idea of this car, of cars like this, is that you charge it at home. That you leave in the morning, you have 90 miles or so. I got 100 miles on this car driving on the B mode and the eco mode, no problem whatsoever. You're going up a hill and you need more power, you can have it and you can leave everybody else in the dust, and I have done that. It's a nice little car with tremendous amount of power. So there's a lot of positives. There's a couple negatives that I don't understand why there are. So I bought these little side mirrors. I showed them in my first video for blind spot. There should be a blind spot technology. What's the big deal? there's no lever to open the trunk. Why? You know, you have to actually go back, and not even on your car, on your key, on your remote car, your keychain, so to speak. There's no key. It's like a little remote. There is no way to open the trunk. But I'm really nitpicking. So I'm gonna say that the positive, way more than the negatives. There's no question about it. There is, and if you were thinking about an electric car, and if you're thinking about the Leaf, this is the time to buy it. You can knock off the price $13,000-$14,000 with, depending if your state doesn't charge